Come along with me and check out my vision board and planner for 2026.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm Deborah Pettit, and we are going to go over my goals for 2026. I thought it'd be really cool if you guys saw a little bit of my planning for this year. Teachers, writers, homeschool parents, anybody can gain some good tips, I think, in here. Hopefully, I think I've really learned quite a lot in the last few months. Plan for writing, plan for teaching. So yeah, we're gonna get into it though. I love this Happy Planner. The first time I've ever used one. I like that I can take stuff out, just easy peasy, and then put it back in. I will say that this one, the last one, is going to be a little bit troublesome, I think. It'll probably need, the papers will wrinkle down here, I think. But I'm pretty rough with my calendars. I carry them everywhere. I throw them in the car. I go to Starbucks. I will come home with them and all of that. So I expect it's going to be rough by the end of the year. But I love this. New year, fresh start. Love that. And I went ahead and I did a vision board. This was the first time I've done one. And I really like the idea of just putting down the things that you want to do, the main things you want to do, in order to just have it. So, okay, these are the things that are important to me. These are the things that I value. And I am, on my way to doing them. So this one's reading. This one is working on my stories, editing, writing, novels or kid stories, whatever. A little bit of spa days once in a while would be nice. I've got a fairy from one of my stories hanging out. Teaching. A coffee will probably end up being in my future. I would love to travel somewhere. I'm doing YouTube videos in this shot. This one is my published book. This one I'm singing and teaching in big groups. I would love to be able to, I've got some things lined up to be able to teach this year. And then going to the library. I do events at the library. So anyway, it was fun. Vision boards I think they're kind of fun. All right. So this, I've been, like I said, in the last few months, been able to watch some YouTube videos on how to best fulfill your goals and how to set goals that are manageable. So somebody talked about the GPS, which is goal, plan, and system. And I'll try to find the link to the video, but I don't know if I can. But this was interesting. I won't go over it because, it's not my ideas. So, but I love this sticker. I found this one more chapter. And my big goal for 2026 is to read more and write more. So I am loving this, like, I've just got to read one more chapter. And also I can say, I got to write one more chapter. So that was fun. I got that at like Walmart or something. All right. My big goals are in here. This is my verse for the year. And then, I'll have more goals here. But you know what I did was I ended up putting a lot of my goals for writing and marketing in here. And I might have some more as I go along. But I love that this is a divider that I made, and I can just take it out. And as the years, the year progresses, I can just stick it in, and that's kind of my bookmark for where I am during the month. And then I can just stick it back in and have my goals pretty easy. And then as I get the goals done, I can just cross them off. I thought that was a fun little thing. Every month, I you know what I did was I took little images of the books that I want to read. Yeah, and I put them in a Canva, or maybe a Word document. I can't remember, but I put all of them in there, and then I printed them on label paper, a whole full sheet of label, and then I just cut them out and stuck them in. I love this idea. So every month is a new book. Hopefully, I can finish a book a month, and then yeah. My goals for writing, I would love to be able to write 3,425 words every week, and be able to actually have 50,000 words in the year. I'm mostly editing this year. But yeah, I've got a lot of, I'm going to try to start Substack. I've got a lot of YouTube videos. This next year, I'm kind of revamping my YouTube channel. I'd like to be able to focus more on teaching teachers and teaching homeschool parents how to get their kids to read and love reading. So I'm going to be doing that. So at the end of each of the months, I'm going to review the month, and I'm going to answer the questions. What did I enjoy about the last month? What's something new that worked out that I did, and something new that didn't work out? What did I learn? And then what else is important to know? Now, I have a ton of decoration because I feel like I need a little pizzazz in it. But there's so much space to write in. If you look at some of these back areas, because this was a blank classic happy planner, it has a ton of extra spaces that I didn't need. So I'm just writing in a lot of notes, things that will help. And I think it's really cool. Would I get this one again? I think so. Like I said though, like these front pages have already been. So we'll see. But the full, it has month, and then it goes through the week. I am publishing my third Heroes of the Taduma Forest book, so I'm really excited about that. So I've got little stages. Okay, first we need to, edit, and I've taken January and February to edit. Then in March, I will send it to an editor, and so on and so forth. I think it's really good to try to break your goals up into manageable bite-sized pieces. And sometimes that's really hard for me to go, okay, there's this goal I want. How do I break it down into smaller pieces? That's something you just have to brainstorm, and maybe, Google probably helps too. But yeah, I really do like this. I am going to be enjoying this. I'm also using Google Calendar for all of my day-to-day activities, things that I need that don't really have anything to do with marketing, writing, and then also my teaching that has to do with my books. So day-to-day stuff. Every year is full of hardships and joys and pain, and we, as we grow, I think we end up maturing and building our perseverance, and I hope to do that this year. So that's about it. That's all I have for today. See you in the new year. Bye.